We're working butterfly guard this week, okay? So Jarrett's on his knees. And this time we're working from a distance, okay? So before we've actually got into, like the other week we were kind of working from when we have that underhook, okay? It's actually quite hard to get in and get an underhook like this. They know how to defend. People are going to be pushing and blocking and trying to pass around from here. So it's a bit of a strategy on how to deal with the position from just here, right? So generally what I'm going to want is, I always want like 1 foot blocking Jarrett's forward advance, just in case, like if he's got good positioning with his hands, I've got my hand here and my leg here, sorry, and that can help me scoot back and recover. Here, sometimes it's on the hip. I almost never want to put 2 hooks in from here. I'm not winning a hand fight. He can pinch his knees together, and then I get like in a bad position here. This is not good for me. Okay. Generally, if any hook, 1 hook, and we're working from there. But I'll often prefer to have like 1 foot ready to free that if I don't like what's going on. Okay. So we'll just go through some attacks depending on what he's doing with his arms. If he's reaching down towards my legs with his arms, I'm going to be looking to do an arm drag. Okay. If he's reaching more at my upper body, I'm going to be looking to take a 2-on-1 grip, which lets me control the position here, and that can lead us into our underhook or to arm drags and other attacks. If he's keeping his hands away like this and he's not engaging at all with his hands, often that's the point where we want to come forward and drive through to attack from there. And if he keeps his hands away but he's very low, so he's got his head low and it's hard for me to get under, then I'll usually look to come up and take a front hook. Okay. We might not get to go through all of them, but that's kind of the way I would approach it. All right. So we'll start with the arm drag. Turn a bit. So with the arm drag, I'm looking to, he's going for my legs. I'm going to look to control the same side wrist here, and I'm going to look to reach to the back of the shoulder. Okay. Shoulder's generally a little better than the elbow because I can pull, like see how that kind of like levers his body towards me, or his shoulder towards my shoulder. If you pull the elbow, sometimes he doesn't move, which means I'm going to have a problem of actually getting around towards his back. Okay. And sometimes it's a little push-pull. So sometimes actually if you pull with both, he feels he can't stay. If I push and pull, it's like it gives me like it makes this actually like something I can lever him forward of. Okay. Does that make sense? So if I'm pushing down and in, that pulls his shoulder forward. If both are going like this, sometimes he doesn't move much. Okay. So the grip will be like this sometimes. Okay. Now, with my leg work, so that's part of it. Part of it is me trying to pull Jarrett past me. The other part is me trying to move around towards the back of Jarrett. Okay. So there's 2 things that will do that. I'll put my left foot on the ground, and my right foot will kick. My right foot will kick to kind of turn Jarrett a little this way, which exposes his back a little more. And my foot will pull my heel towards my butt towards my heel. Okay. It's very hard to do this without hanging on. So if I do this now, it's a really awkward movement. Okay. But if Jarrett's like just sit that heavy, and like, so I've got like, now that I've got a pull, I can go for that. Okay. So if I go for the arm drag and he's sit back and I can't move him, I can move around to the side. Okay. Or even better is if he goes down and I don't have to do that. Okay. But you should be ready to do both of those movements. Okay. So again, we're gripping the wrist up to the armpit, foot on the inside of the knee, other foot comes wide, and we pull out to the side. Okay. Once we've got this, what's my main aim here is not let this arm come back. His arm's across my body. This is the control I've got. We want to get to the back, but if you think about the back straight away, you'll lose the arms. This happens a lot. You go for the back, he frees his arm, and now he's got an underhook, and it's really bad. Okay. Instead, I want to get my chest and my arms pulling his arm and tricep across my chest. Okay. So now if Jarrett tries to pull that free, he's stuck. I can start building up, and now I can take the back, and that arm can't come back through. Okay. So just make sure you secure the back of the arm before you go for the back. So he's going for my legs here, and fighting around the corner, and take the back. So we go, 3, 2, 1. I hope you enjoyed this video. So you know you can use the code Lachlan10 and save 10% on any of my instructionals through BJJ Fanatics, and you can use the code Lachlan to save 30% on the Grappler's Guide. If you use these links, it also helps me out. Just on that, guys, don't do this from the butterfly guard. The arm drag doesn't really work. Once both feet are in, it's going to be very hard to get around the corner because my legs are stopped. This is from is from here. Okay? This is where I got a lot of mobility and I can move around the legs. I don't do it from here. At least I'd probably be doing something different if I got the arm cross. All right, let's go for the 2-on-1 now. So this time, people will start pushing your shoulders. It is hard to get the arm drag from here. It's like a lot more. I have to move this arm and defend it a lot better. So generally, we will look for the 2-on-1. This is probably the more common scenario, okay? Like to get the 2-on-1 grip in terms of your grip fight, all right? But it doesn't take you immediately to the back like the arm drag does, all right? So we're gonna go cross grip on the wrist here. Move away a little bit to disconnect the grip, and then I'm gonna grip onto the elbow here, okay? Once you have this, if my arms are extended and Jarrett's arms are tight, he's probably got more control than me here. Hard for me to use this well, okay? What you wanna do when you get your 2-on-1 is lock your elbows to your hips, okay? Both elbows down to the hips. Not to my ribs here, but to my hips, okay? Because now if Jarrett pulls back, it can like help me scoot my hips in and get my hips right underneath. Okay? Essentially, what's good about this, you've taken the arm and you've put it across the body. There's not many guard passes. It's hard for Jarrett to pass the guard with his arm across my body. Okay? He wants to have like an underhook or something when he goes around the legs. It's hard to pass when your arm is stuck to one side. At least we've limited his options a lot. Okay. So we're going to do one of two things. We're going to scoot in. So if I can, I'd pull him like down to the ground, you know, and go for a similar thing to the arm drag. But he's probably going to resist that. Okay. Which gives me a chance to scoot my hips in. All right. If he's back, I'm going to take my underhook and we can do our butterfly sweep. If I can also, I might use this to lift him and start getting at the legs. Okay. So we'll just go through those two options. Jarrett's pushing. Take the 2-on-1 here, elbows to my hips. Okay, he's pulling back. I scoot my hips in close. Okay, now I've got my butterfly guard how I want it. All right, I'll go through the underhook sweep first. I've already got the elbow. I take my underhook. Okay. Now, am I in a good spot to sweep here? Just now. Okay. Not really, because it's very easy for Jarrett to tilt me this way. Okay, which is not good. Okay. So I need to get my hips out to the side. If you can, keep the elbow and just like do a little hop on the spot. I try and land my hips here. Okay. And you get a good sweep. So like, it's kind of a weird one to do, but you kind of like that. Okay. You have to kind of fall to do it. You're not gonna like, you don't go like and adjust your position. It's like, oh, and you're falling into your hook. Now, the other option could be to post on the ground, move your hips, and then take your grip again. But you already had the grip, so I lose one of my controls to do that. If I can, I'd rather just hop my frame on the shoulder. I take that for the 2-on-1. Jarrett's pulling back. I'm trying to pull that. Okay, I come in, underhook, hips to the side. One more. Yeah. I pull back. So make sure if you're the person on top, make sure you pop your back so that you scoot in. And just stay on that elbow, stopping him from posting. So if Jarrett gets that position on me, there he goes 2-on-1. Swing, good. He's already got the outside, thumb on the outside of the elbow. Yeah, that stops me when I pull back, scoot into the butterfly, and he gets this underhook. I won't have my hand to post. Okay? I can't put my arm out like this. So if he gets his hips out to the side, I'm going up. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I'm going to be running a jiu-jitsu training camp in Hamilton Island on the 5th till the 11th of May. We're going to be covering leg locks. There's a bunch of different packages available, some of them with all accommodation, some of them just training only. But what I should say is that Hamilton Island is absolute paradise, and you can see the Great Barrier Reef. See it before it goes away. It's one of the wonders of the world, and you're definitely going to check that out. So follow the link below to find out more.